Hello and welcome back to the X-Files Revisited. We are moving on with season 8 to now up to episode 16, 3 words. And Mulder is back. He's alive. He's out of hospital and his first instinct is to immediately break into a government database with the lone gunman. Just typical Mulder, really.
Yep. This is so not the episode I was thinking it was. So in the last episode I had in mind what I thought this was. So wasn't the episode I was thinking. So pleasant surprise for me, to be honest, because I'd completely forgotten about this episode until I was watching it, and then I was like, oh, this one. So forgot this one. But yeah, looking forward to talking about it. It is a lone gunman episode, kind of. Not in the way I thought it was. It's not lone gunman centric in the way that I thought it was. They are in it. They do help, but it's not centric. It's also a mythology episode, so we know mythology episodes, tend to go down pretty well with the fans. So with all those elements coalescing, Mulder being back, we've got a whole team: Mulder, Doggett, Scully, Skinner, lone gunman. It's a mythology episode. With that in mind, where do you think this gets ranked amongst the season 8 episodes? We've got 21 episodes.
21 episodes. I'm trying to remember how many numbers we've had out already. Look, and I think I'm going to go 8.
8. Ooh. Just a little bit too high. It's 9.
That's what I was between 8 or 9. Damn.
Yeah. If it's at 9 amongst 20 episodes, where do you think it's at amongst 100 and what was it? 117? 217 episodes?
101.
Ooh. 92.
92.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Pretty high, I would say. It's quite high. I think anything in 100 is pretty good. So, I
would say, look, if I hadn't seen the episode and you were telling me about this and you told me the numbers of where it sat, and I would be surprised because it's the return of Mulder, which the fans must have been clambering for at the time this came out. So that for me seems low, I would think, just on sheer impact.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into it. 92. Let's see if we think it should be higher or lower by the time we get to the end of this. So we open up on the White House, and a man climbs over the fence. Starts
rather
running
easily.
Yeah, I do feel like I don't know. I just feel like there should have been a sniper on his ass by that point. I don't know. I just feel like it'd be shoot first, ask questions later when it comes to the White House.
Yeah.
Especially if it was Trump's White House, because he does not mess around.
Yeah. As soon as one hand touches that grate, there'd be like 6 bullets just ricocheting.
Yeah,
and not just a regular gun, those guns from RoboCop, the ones that, like, not just a regular gun, like a humongous overkill type of gun.
Ed 209 gun.
Yeah.
So he runs in shouting all about aliens, and it looks... So there's a bit of a scuffle. A load of armed guards come out, some wrestle him to the floor, and it kind of looks like I couldn't tell who shot him. I couldn't tell whether he shot himself or whether he'd been shot by someone else. But
I think it's staged like that, so there's a bit of ambiguity there. They do say that he shot himself, but
but anyway, they get a disc from this man, and on the disc is written "Fight the Future." 3 words.
I'm kind of torn in this scene because I like the fact that they get the disc, the fight the future, that kind of sort of words that we've seen before. I also think it's completely bonkers. And which planet does this guy think that he can just run up and give the president information? Like, It is so out there and completely nonsensical. Where you're just like, why?
Yeah.
Should I give this information out to newspapers or put it on the internet? No, I'm going to scale a fence and sprint towards the White House. That's the
I'm going to go
safest way to.
straight to the top. I'm going to cut out all the middlemen. I'm going to go straight to the top.
So that for me was just crazy.
So we go from there to Mulder, and he starts having flashbacks of to his abduction, isn't it? So he's remembering kind of being because that special effects with the whole probe thing, they put a lot into that. They probably spent a bit of money on it, so let's get our money's worth. Show another scene of that. Scully enters and tells him to sit down. Basically, like, you might want to sit down for this. This is going to be quite shocking. But she says that Mulder is completely healed. I know, it's like, this is Mulder. I think, this is like just another day at work.
I think the most craziest thing, and I did actually laugh out to this, was you're going to have to sit down for this. You are perfectly fine.
Yeah, please sit down. It's going to be quite a shock. There's nothing wrong with you. But it's more the point that he's actually healing really fast, because we have to remember that before he went, he had cancer, incurable, inoperable cancer. And like one of the theories was that he was doing all kinds of stuff because he had nothing left to lose because he's got the cancer. But yeah, complete healing, everything he's been through takes us back to square one. So his cancer doesn't really mean anything. I'm not sure it's ever really meant that much, to be honest.
It's one of those things where, physically you're absolutely perfect. We're not going to talk about mentally because that is like nuclear fallout, but physically you're fine.
Yeah. So this isn't like Scully cancer where it really fed into the plot and had a long-lasting, overarching ramifications kind of deal. Cancer, this is like...
Yeah, and I'm kind of torn here because I like where the story goes and it needs to get there, but you could also have spent an episode focusing on his trauma. Like the fact that he's come out of this and not just straight back into action. But in all fairness, if we had got that episode, I would probably have bitched and moaned about it as well.
Yeah, there'd have been a lot of voiceovers in that episode, I would imagine. So,
the field where I was reborn.
Say again.
The field where I was reborn.
So he arrives home. Home is clean. So just like what you said in the last episode, just like what you predicted, his apartment's still there. It's not been moved on. He's been off for 2 months. Still, like, the only argument I could lodge to that is that he owns the apartment, that it was actually a bought apartment. But I don't know. It just doesn't strike me that it was. It strikes me as a rental, because pretty sure he's talked about his landlord before.
But there is one change to the place. One of the fishes died,
and it's clean.
Oh yeah.
Scully makes a gag, doesn't she, which lands pretty well, where he's like, it looks different. It says, it's clean.
I wanted to see somebody in there cleaning it out and like removing his vast porn collection, which I'm sure he has.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you're quite right. He's missing a Molly. Molly is gone. The poor fish, Molly, has died. Scully says she's not sure if he knows what it's like. To which I was like, Scully, are you forgetting the fact that you were abducted? Like, he went through all that as well. It's like, it's been through it several times, in fact. His sister went off, presumed dead, and then she came back, and then she wasn't. So actually, if anyone on the planet knows what it's like, I would say it's Mulder.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she's like, I'm not sure if you can know what it's like. And he's like, he knows, he knows what it's like. She says she prayed a lot and her prayers were answered. Mulder has no idea where he fits in, and he's just still processing it. So, so it just brings you into kind of their state of mind. And like for Mulder, it's just months of his life is gone. Everyone's kind of moved on in a way. Someone's taken his job. Someone's taken his partner, essentially. It's like...
Someone's tidied his apartment.
Someone's tidied his apartment. Oh, good grief. There's nothing sacred.
But I do like the way they kind of frame both these, because they've got... Mulder's always in a kind of semi-close-up, and Scully's always pulled back so you can see her pregnant belly, which is... It really focuses on that. Her jacket's open. It's there. It's almost like a barrier between them as well, like an unspoken...
Yeah.
And I feel like it's...
Yeah, and it's like, because it's shot in that way, it's like whenever we see from Mulder's perspective, it is this elephant in the room that's like...
she's just pregnant.
It's the elephant in the room is... Where? Who?
Yeah.
What? Why? How?
I mean, he was involved, wasn't he, in this?
Well,
because I'm forgetting, because it was.
There's debate over that.
Mass debate.
It's never explicitly said.
Right.
There's certain implications made. I don't want to ruin certain gags that come up in a few episodes' time, but
right, okay.
It's there's certain implications made, and there's a way that something's said later down the line where you can read that in, but it's never really been, nail hammered in so that we know absolutely unequivocally this is Mulder's baby. From what I remember, at any rate, like I say, only seen season 9 twice. Only seen season 9 twice, so I'm. There's not a lot in season 9 that sticks in my head, to be honest. That's where it started to wane for me big time. But so we go from there to Absalom being given a newspaper by a man who keeps dropping hints. No, you're going to want to read this. It's like, dude, just tell him there's something in there that you're trying to help him get out.
Yeah, he's also put in a book that says the coming apocalypse.
Yeah.
It's like that subtle foreshadowing.
Yeah. Oh man, it's like nod, wink, wink. I'm one of you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's a newspaper article about the White House man, the guy that was taken down at the White House. So,
and Absalom seems he's quite shaken up by this.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's not someone we've seen before, because I was like, I'm pretty sure we haven't seen this guy before, have we?
Absalom.
Not Absalom, the man in the start of the episode.
You had me nervous then. Is that... No, we've not seen the guy at the start of the episode before.
Yeah.
But Absalom, obviously, cult leader from the previous 2 episodes. So, Kirsch watches the news, and Skinner and Doggett enter. It says, people are so rarely what they seem. It's this really pointed kind of comment where he's kind of talking about the news, but really is talking about Doggett and Skinner. And he says, Scully is requesting reinstatement of Mulder. Clearly, he does not approve. There's a review of the X-Files since Doggett came on board, shows why Mulder's reinstatement will be denied, because it's to do with the percentage of arrest rates basically has gone up since Doggett took.
Yeah,
which makes sense. Yeah, makes sense, because Doggett would, he'll only go for the cases where he feels like something logical can be assumed and whatnot. And as you say, it's the corporate side of things. It's the numbers. It's always about the numbers. It's always about how it looks on paper. Nothing
this
ever
is just
changes.
the easiest reason I've found. They were always going to find a reason to do this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So he tells Doggett that... so he tells Doggett to tell Mulder, and Doggett looks like he wants to punch him. So, yeah, talk about trying to create division amongst the group. So,
yeah,
like he's not even really met Doggett yet, and already he wants Doggett to deliver the final nail kind of thing.
Yeah, but Doggett's almost kind of he's not trying to steal Mulder's place, and he states that this is another way of letting us like Doggett more, because he's not trying to usurp him. Yeah, he just wants to give me his dues.
Yeah.
So, Scully and I'm sorry, just to cut you off again. At this point, I'm thinking, fantastic. Mulder's got another ally. He's going to be really grateful he's kept the X-Files alive, and I can't wait to see how the partnership works between these two guys.
Yeah.
Because it just, again, like we spoke about this before, but it just seems that Doggett's doing everything right and helping everybody, and just keeps getting pushed aside and minimized at every point.
I'm going to say, maybe not quite by the end of this episode, but by the end of the next episode, if it was one of those Team Edward, Team Jacob kind of things, I'd be Team Doggett.
Yeah.
I'm like, we get to the end of next episode, and I'm flying the Doggett flag, and I'm like, I love Mulder. Mulder's my guy. He's like, top 5 TV show characters of all time. And yet, they do such a good job with Doggett in this season and over these next few episodes. By the end of the next episode, I'm flying that Doggett flag. It's just sounds like sacrilegious to say, but it's just, yeah. So Scully and Skinner tell Mulder... they tell Mulder about what Kirsch said, and how they basically wanted Doggett to do it, but Doggett ain't come. Skinner's done it. Mulder sees things pretty clearly, so he sees right through Kirsch, basically. He asks who Doggett is, and Scully defends Doggett. Mulder says he feels like going back to work. So it's his moment where he's like, for the first time, I feel like going back to work. It's just literally, it's like, I gotta check out this Doggett guy. I want to know who's been in my place for the past 8 months. So yeah, but I like that Scully defends Doggett. I like that she speaks up for him. That was needed, I feel. So.
And Mulder's just been territorial. He's just been a guy.
Yeah. He's just bit of manly territorial pissing kind of thing, which is not very easy for Mulder to pull off, because this is a guy who gets bitch slapped by pretty much everyone other than Cratchit.
I'd say he's pretty emasculated through the entire season.
He was the poster boy for the emasculated male of. Yeah.
I still remember. I think it was season 2 where he was like slapped unconscious by some guy on the staircase. I can't remember the episode.
Oh man, I might have been Dehan de Villet's.
I can't remember. Maybe. It's just man.
Yeah. So Absalom finds a weapon and he uses it. So basically, he's on a like one of those digs that they take prisoners on.
Yeah.
Working the chain gang. And somebody has left a weapon for him buried. It's like he knows where to find it.
It's a piece of wood with a nail through it, and I just wasn't sure if it was a bit of debris he found, if it was fortunate or...
Right, okay. Yeah, could be. Yeah. For some reason, I made the connection that maybe isn't there, which is, when the guy gives in the newspaper, I feel like he had someone on the outside who made sure that was there, but I think I'm reading way too much in that. So, yeah, I think you're right. I think you just... Yeah, because you'd find a better weapon, wouldn't you? If you're gonna plant a weapon, you're gonna plant a weapon, not just a
Not just that. Yeah, there you go. Jag, tetanus, take that. Like,
yeah. There's one of those me reading way too much into it. But anyway, he finds a weapon and he uses it. He takes out a guard. They go after him in a car, and he runs across a train.
The guard, like, it's not that big a nail, and the guard looks more than annoyed than actually injured. He's almost like looking at himself, just like.
Yes, can't believe you did this, man.
And then they do, like you say, the guy Absalom is running away, and you get lots of images of him running, and it looks like the first time he's discovered how to run rather than walk. It's so funny every time I see him. It's like the hands out as well. Like,
yeah. Anyway, a car goes after him, and then a train comes past. So he there's this tense moment where he's got to get over the train track, and he goes, now, I got to say, it feels like they're out in the middle of nowhere, miles out. Like, even if this train's pretty long, I would hazard a guess that even once it's passed, if they just put their foot down in that car, Absalom ain't really. But, you know, it's TV, and we just have to accept that. He used this to escape. He's gone. He's escaped. But
yeah, I was expecting them to jump onto the train to get away. But no, he just jogged off.
Yeah,
and it's like in between the train moving, you see his jumpsuit, and it's like a luminous orange almost. I'm like, he's not even fading into the landscape. He's just there. Like, this guy's getting nowhere. I just
may as well be a target on his back.
Yeah, but cut to the laziest police officer just going like, he's too far gone.
Yeah, I do feel like even though there's trains in the way, once it's gone by, however long it is, they're catching him. It just it feels like a bit of a comedy sketch to me, to be honest.
Yeah, it was Austin Powers as the steamroller coming towards the guy. We could catch him. No, he's too far gone, but he's literally just there. Go get him. Nah, he's gone. He's gone.
Oh man! So Doggett gets home, and Absalom is waiting for him. Pulls a gun on him. So Doubting Thomas is going to spread the work of the alien invasion that has begun.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I've written that note.
Because that's what he tells Doggett. He tells Doggett he's going to be the
so he's the Doubting Thomas. Yeah.
He's the Doubting Thomas. But then obviously this guy has just escaped from prison. He's been involved in sci-fi cults, UFO cults. Obviously been in prison, and then tells Doggett to bend over.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So basically, he's gonna have him. He wants him basically to go into this government facility and find the evidence that he believes to be in there. The same evidence that this man from the beginning had on a disc and was trying to get to the president.
Yeah. So. And during this conversation, I felt that I thought Absalom had the evidence somewhere. Like I didn't think it was going to be like we're going to go and find it. I thought he genuinely had something that he was going to get Doggett, or he was going to show Doggett something that was irrefutable.
Yeah,
but it wasn't. Although I do like where this scene leads, especially when he asks him to like bend over, like, or it puts him in a position. I know it sounds awful, but it puts him in a certain position, and I was like, oh, this is leading into something grander now.
Okay. Now, Skinner briefs the agents on Absalom's escape, then asks Scully where Doggett is. She then gets a text from Mulder, having said she doesn't know where Doggett is.
Yeah.
So Mulder is sat up. So basically, he's like, she gets a text saying, "Where is everybody?"
Yeah.
Because he's just sitting in his old office, like, come and play, man. I'm bored. So he's sat in his office with his feet up. Absalom abductee class picture has Howard Salt, who is the man from the beginning, in the corner. So he thinks they killed him for what he knew and disparages Agent Doggett. So this is the first moment where Doggett really goes for Doggett.
Yeah.
Like, basically belittles him for not catching it, not spotting it. It's like, again, it's like you said, it's the territorial pissing. It's like, I catch this thing because the X-Files are mine. I know what to look for. This Doggett guy, I'm sure he's nice and all, but he's a clown. He doesn't know what to look for because he's not invested the way I am. He didn't know to look at this picture and go, hey, that's the guy off the TV who broke the presidential kind of barrier. Yeah. So, yeah. But dick swinging, basically.
Yeah.
So, Absalom tapes a gun to Doggett's back, tells him they're gonna get what Howard died for. So,
yeah, I just wish they'd said like, yippee-ki-yay. Just threw that in there, like just for a bit of fun.
It would have been nice if at some point he got to use it.
Yeah.
And was like yippee-ki-yay, but then got cut off. So, but then that might be just a bit too on the nose.
Yeah.
Mulder and Scully go into the FBI evidence room. Scully says he's taking way too many risks, but he takes the hard drive from Howard Salt's laptop, and Scully helps him. So just like old times, she gets roped into something she shouldn't be doing, and in the end goes along with it.
Yeah, but it seems more pliable here, and I could understand that frame of mind. She doesn't want to push back on anything, so she's easily led, I would say.
Yeah. So Absalom and Doggett go to the Federal Statistics Center. I have to say as well, like in these scenes with Mulder, whether they're between Mulder and Scully or Mulder and Skinner or Mulder and whoever, Mulder seems a lot lighter. And it's I don't know if it is just David Duchovny having all those months off, then coming back refreshed and just being like, whew, good to be back to work, guys. But it does feel like Mulder is a bit lighter than his usual self. So, yeah, there's something about the chemistry in these scenes between him and the other people around him that tonally, it's quite amusing. Like he's quite amusing with people, I think. So yeah, Absalom and Doggett go to the Federal Statistics Center. Thermal imaging picks up the gun on Doggett's back. So the guard picks up the phone. So the irony here is that if Absalom had not taped the gun to Doggett's back, he probably wouldn't have got caught.
Yeah.
And the gun that he tapes to Doggett's back in the end doesn't even get used. So
no.
Literally was just, shooting himself in the foot with that one. Absalom wants Doggett to get them into the census data. He says it will show that aliens are among us. Armed guards arrive and shoot him in the head.
Yeah. Warning shot to the forehead.
Warning shot to the forehead. It's like a John Wick style.
Yeah. It's a clean assassination.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. He's taken out. Brutal. So,
yeah.
So, Mulder comes in.
It's just.
Yes.
Oh, somebody should have said that.
Oh, man. Mulder comes into Skinner's office and has a go at Doggett. Basically accuses him of being a double agent. And I'm just like, dude.
Doggett would take him down in seconds.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but if it's a fight, a genuine fight between these guys, I'm putting money on Doggett. There's no way Mulder's getting out of it. Just no weapons involved. Just a plain old fist fight between these two. Yeah. Doggett's taking his ass down big time.
Yeah, in seconds. Like, he's not breaking a sweat. I don't know if that's saying much, because I'm pretty sure that Scully, even in her condition, could probably take him down in seconds as well.
Oh, great. Yeah, but it is that thing where it's just like Mulder's overreaching, and it's just like, dude, chillax. You don't even know this guy, and you're already judging him. But the look on Daggett's face as well is one of like, he's insulted. It's basically the first time he's really meeting Mulder. Mulder's coming at him, and he just has this kind of dry smile on his face, like, I ain't done jack. And, whatever. If you want to go, mate, we'll go. But it's just, so. But I do feel for Doggett in this scene. So.
It just doesn't get a break.
No, not at all. Crowhickey grabs Mulder's ass, and Langley implies that Mulder is the father of Scully's baby. So,
not wrong.
So basically, Mulder comes in, Crowhickey's there, and he hugs him, and Mulder's basically like, get your hand off my ass. And it's basically because of his height. Crowhickey's so small that when he goes for the hug, he's basically got his hand on his ass. Which is really funny. So, yeah, Langley implying that he's the father, that's also pretty funny. They tell him that the hard drive has files on it that were downloaded from the FSC, which put up firewalls 5 minutes after Howard Salt was killed. The only way to get into those files would be to have a passcode, which would need to be used at the FSC premises. Then they say impossible, and Mulder says no.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if this is the part where somebody says something like, "Wow, this hard drive's full. It's all 10 gigabytes of memories used up."
yeah. I think it was. Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, how times have changed.
It's insane, isn't it? It's insane. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. Just now you get like little 128 gig SD cards that you can. Yeah. It's insanity, absolutely insanity. Oh man, where are we? So basically, Mulder's saying it's Mission Impossible time to gather the crew. And do my best Tom Cruise impression. Doggett meets Noel Raw. The only thing he can tell him is 3 words.
Yeah. I was like, how have you not learned? How have you not learned your lesson? Surely we're all thinking the same thing. Like, not him.
Yeah. It's like, dude, come on. Why would you? Why? Yeah. He's not quite cottoned on yet, has he?
No.
So Doggett gives Scully the password, catches her just as she's coming out of her apartment, and the password, indeed, it is 3 words, and those words are Fight the Future, the name of everybody's favourite X-Files movie, Fight the Future. So she goes in, tells Mulder that she's not sure she should tell him what she's just found out.
Yeah.
because she knows he's going to be an absolute douche and break into a government building.
Yeah.
And essentially
she knows she's telling him. Even by saying, if you say that, she's telling him as well. Like, it's just...
Yeah. It's basically a way of saying, I don't want you to do it because I care, but I know I'm going to have to anyway. So, yeah. So Skinner goes to see Doggett. Can't reach Mulder and Scully. He's worried because he knows Mulder got the password. When Doggett says he's the one who gave it to them, Skinner says he's starting to have doubts about whose side Doggett is on. Doggett says, so is he.
It's just so unfair.
Yeah. It's like, dude, come on, man. So, but even Doggett says he's starting to doubt because, like, in other words, he's realizing that he's being played, or he may be being played to put Mulder in the position that he's put him in. So he gets his coat on, but tells Skinner he can't tell him where he's going. He's just like, trust me.
Yeah.
So we go to the FSC, the Federal Statistics Centre, and Doggett knocks on Scully's car window, startling her. Tells her he may have set them up by the men who shoot first and ask questions later, as we've already seen in this episode. Lone gunmen bypass the system to get Mulder into the building, which reminds me of Memento Mori. So all of this sequence we're in now really reminds me of a scene in Memento Mori where they get Mulder into the building, and then there's that guy who's in there who's shooting at Mulder, but the glass is all bulletproof, and he keeps taking the shot, and they've got to try and open the other door before he gets through. And yeah, so it's a similar kind of scene where it's the lone gunman helping him get through there, and it's a federal building, and it's like definitely has Memento Mori vibes about it. Doggett follows him in. The lone gunmen guide Mulder in. Doggett bangs on the window to tell Mulder he's in danger, but Mulder ignores him, so Doggett shoots the glass door out. Mulder still refuses, says he's emailing the census info to newspapers, which is what the guy at the beginning should have done. Info to newspapers about people with certain genetic profiles that make them perfect candidates for alien replacement. So, yeah. Like at this point, I just want Doggett to kind of punch him out and put him over his shoulder and just kind of lug him out.
Spank him and take him home. It's just
pretty much.
It's Mulder has been difficult, like more than normal here. You know, even the gunmen are saying like there's a block. It's not sending information out.
Yeah,
people are on their way. It's time to go, and he just will not listen.
Now, that being said, I am going to give Mulder the benefit of doubt because he is going to be paranoid. It's Mulder. And there have been agents, multiple agents, Krycek, Mimi Rogers' character. You know, there's been multiple agents who have been assigned to the X-Files who all ended up being government plants, who all ended up being, well, not Scully, not an ally. So I can kind of see why he would be of that mentality. And the fact that Doggett shows up here, it also does kind of sniff a little bit. From Mulder's perspective, I can see why. No, you're just trying to stop me. You're just trying to stop me getting this information.
When the gunmen are saying you're completely surrounded, these guys have guns. They are going to kill you.
Yeah. That's when it's like, okay, the penny has to drop now, Mulder. Get your ass out there. So, military vehicles arrive on site. Scully calls the lone gunmen. They tell Mulder he's screwed. He accuses Doggett of setting him up, but Doggett points out why that doesn't make sense. You know, like why would he be there to help get him out if he'd set him up just to get shot by these military guys? The lone gunmen find a way out for them both, and they both make a quick exit. So yeah, that's their little break-in and stuff. So very like tense kind of. Will he listen to Doggett? Will he not? Will they end up just punching each other? Will they not? It's like, yeah. We have a final scene in which Doggett meets Noel and he calls him out. Noel says he's trying to point him to the truth. Doggett walks, and we see then that Noel is an alien replicant or alien replacement, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
And there's something. This is what I was talking about earlier on when Absalom checks Doggett's neck.
Yeah.
That's when he bent over and he's got him down in a position and he's like fumbling about the back of his neck, and then you see it here, and there's a really it takes me back to one of my favorite sci-fi movies, Invaders from Mars,
right?
Where it's like there's a little mark on the back of their neck when they've been assimilated, type of thing, and it just so like I know it may have nothing to do with the series, but it's really kind of nostalgic and comforting seeing that imagery.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, I'm really curious to see how this is going to go.
It
And I
kind of
like that.
takes me back to the Invaders as well, just how, you know, they had replacement humans and stuff
Yeah.
that would work in secret to do, you know, but in plain
Yeah.
sight. And it's just,
That was a great show, wasn't it?
yeah. But it just has that vibe about it. Now that we've got these alien replacements in, it has that kind of Invaders vibe
Yeah.
about it. So yeah, but like a modern day take. But yeah, so you see there that Doggett's kind of like, actually, screw you, I don't trust you, I'm walking. And I can say from here on out, their relationship doesn't get any better.
Good. If he goes back to him
Yeah,
again, I'd be shocked.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll go for a wrap up. Look, I really enjoyed this episode, especially getting Mulder back,
Yeah.
but not fully back into place. He's back, but he's displaced within the world, within the bureau. He doesn't know what's going on. I feel terribly bad for Doggett. He's not the enemy, but everyone treats him as the enemy. He could easily walk away from any of this situation, and his life is insurmountably better. But he sticks around, and I feel like he's a character that, for someone who's replacing the lead character in the show, has risen through the ranks so quickly and become so important, and such a character that I like and enjoy. It's marvelous how they managed to do that. I think his trauma, Mulder's trauma, is a little bit underused here, but at the same time, it's not something I'm going to really focus on too much. Like, I know we could have a really traumatic episode where he focuses on all, and the next episode it would be like a monster made up of moss or something. So we would just move away from it. Like, it wouldn't last longer than an episode anyway.
A
And I
monster.
know it's yeah, and even though it's a mythology episode, and one that doesn't seem to be overly liked by the fans, I feel it's setting up something new, and it's setting up something new that I'm interested in seeing. So for me, I think I'm going to be generous and go. And although I've picked apart certain things on it and thought it was funny, I just generally thought they were funny, but it didn't ruin the episode for me.
Yeah.
Probably a 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm 4.5. I do find it curious when I get to this point in the show where I'm like, how am I actually, like I dare not say it, but how am I actually favouring Doggett over Mulder? It's just that, I mean, yeah, but I find myself rooting for Doggett in these scenes. I think there's a few times in the episode where there's some minor things where you just kind of go, really? Like, you know, Absalom getting away in the way that he does, the guy at the beginning choosing to jump the fence and make a run for the president rather than, you know,
any other avenue.
Any other avenue. Like, there's little things like that just kind of drop me down a little bit, but then everything else is just really on point. I like the adventure. I like the way in which all our main characters are utilised. Even like people like Kirsch and then Long Gunmen. I love the interactions between Mulder and, well, basically anyone that he comes into contact with in this episode. Just because, you know, I get it. He's been away for 8 months. The world's changed. People have kind of moved on, and he's just the Mulder he was seemingly what was to him yesterday. And he's suddenly got to find his niche again, find where he fits into this new kind of dynamic. And I just like that, in a way, he takes it in his stride. He takes it with humour. You know, him sending Scully a text saying, "Come on down. Where is everyone?" It's like, I really liked it. I like the dynamic now of having not just Mulder and Scully, but Doggett in the mix as well. That it just brings something fresh to the show, where it's not like, oh, Mulder's come back, let's go straight back to Mulder and Scully, Doggett's sidelined, boom. No, it's not like that. They've now got to find this place for all of them to kind of be together, and they don't take the route that a lot of other shows would do, which is boom, they just all get on and now we're all working the case together. No, there's friction there. There's genuine friction, and a friction that you would understand, and you understand why it exists because of who these characters are. So I like those tensions that arise out of that, and the conflicts of interest, and how you as a viewer are torn between who you feel you should be rooting for and who you end up actually rooting for. So yeah, 4.5 out of 5 from me as well.
Okay. Right, let's have a stab at this. Tell me a little bit more about the next episode, Empedocles.
Empedocles.
Yeah, that was my third guess.
Yeah. Now, I remember this being one of my favourites of season 8.
Mythology?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, I would say so. It's not an episode you could. It's an episode you could miss, and like the overarching mythology wouldn't really change, but it's one that's very personal to Doggett because it's about his son. There's a case that comes up, so it is kind of like a monster of the week, but it's a monster of the week or a thing of the week that is in some way tied to Doggett's son. But I just like the way they deal with it. Reyes comes back, so Agent Monica Reyes from the two-parter. She comes back. She helps investigate on that, and yeah, and I just remember really liking it. So we'll see how it gets on.
Good. I'm interested. I feel like we're really hitting our stride here, so I'm really excited to see where the season's going to go as it ramps up into the final third, because you're going to get some, or hopefully going to get some really good episodes here.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Anyway, that was 3 Words, an episode that brought Mulder back into the conspiracy, but surprisingly chose not to put everything back the way it was, and I think we're both grateful for that. As always, we enjoy talking about the X-Files. We hope you like listening and getting into the conversation by dropping a comment. If you even give it a like or support us in any way you can, we would really appreciate that. Share would be great. Allow other people to discover our passion for the X-Files. And we will see you next week for, Brian?
Empedocles.
That's the one.